Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the Standards Weekly Check-In. I'm Colin, behind the camera we got Heavy Metal Dylan.
What's up?
Today we are going to be getting into some staff picks, flipping through some new arrivals and recently priced records, and addressing some viewer questions at the end of the video. As always, if you see anything you like, you can hit the DMs on Instagram, you can give the shop a ring, or you can just cruise by. We're open 11 to 8, 7 days a week. Without further ado, let's go to the staff picks, and guess what? I'm up first. Me.
Go first.
All right.
What is it?
Lalo Schifrin. There we go. I feel confident in that pronunciation. You ever heard this one?
Nah.
Very cool. CTI joint. You know I have a love for my CTI records, but I'm only giving you one track off of here, and that's the song Jaws. It's their take on the theme from Jaws. It's insane. They just use it as a jumping off point, and they get nuts. They go nuts with it. It's one of the hardest bass lines you've ever heard in your entire life. I'm trying to see if there's anyone particularly interesting on this. John Tropea on guitar.
Damn.
You never mess with the Tropea album?
They got him?
It's really good. Joe Farrell's on flute. Hubert Law's on flute.
Hubert Laws is there?
Yeah.
He shows up.
Yeah, the CTI family was always intermingling with each other. But yeah, good record. Very good record. Very cheap record. Get some Lalo Schifrin in your life. But just play that track Jaws and tell me that's not the hardest bass line you've ever heard in your entire life. That's my challenge to you. What are you listening to, Dylan?
Oh, dude, speaking of bass lines,
Uh-huh.
Chain of Strength, just some good old classic straight edge hardcore.
As classic as it gets.
Yeah, dude, it's like one of the best. That's all I've been listening to lately on my spare time. Just hardcore and like hardcore.
Just the classic, the edge core classics.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? It's the best music.
It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I tried to expand my mind and get into all this different kind of music. I feel like I have a pretty colorful musical palette, pretty deep understanding and knowledge of, the history of rock and roll music at least. But I keep coming back to like 5 years of hardcore music.
I know,
85 to 90.
It's so fucking
Yeah,
annoying.
I expand. I get into I'm deep on it. I can go earlier, later, whatever. It's not like I'm locked in on one kind of sound. But as far as personal taste goes, I'm never going to be able to shake that. I'm never going to be able to listen to Judge and be like, well, this is lame.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm never going to be able to listen to Gorilla Biscuits and say, I don't enjoy this. It sucks. It's so. You can't really play it in front of people, right?
What do you mean?
Well, you'll punish people at the shop with it.
Yeah, that's different.
It's like,
You mean like if I was in a car full of people?
yeah.
No, I wouldn't play. The first thing I don't do is,
Put on Chain of Strength.
yeah. I mean, I have to read the car, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
that's not the first thing I go for.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, let's respect everyone really quick. They're in my car. Somehow I was able to fit 3 other people in the car. So let's listen to something else that's not this.
Yeah. No, it's a private shame you have to bear. But it doesn't change the facts.
Yes.
That's still the best music.
It's true. That's facts.
Let's look through some other music, shall we?
Okay.
Okay. You were telling me you were listening to some cool stuff earlier.
Oh, yeah. I was listening to, Steely Dan, Johnny Cash, Bob Marr.
You are an old man now.
I am really old.
It's pretty cool, right?
I'm old man Cap. It's crazy.
Here's your Captain America sitting on the bench. Did you think when he was writing in his notebook all the different albums to listen to in the iconic moment in the MCU? Did anyone tell him Steely Dan Asia?
That's a good question. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy, no?
This is a good question.
He likes old-timey jazz,
Yeah.
so maybe.
Why doesn't the MCU and comics in general address the real question of, does Captain America like Steely Dan? This is the simple. What if the comic?
What if he listened to Steely Dan?
What if he was a chilled out dude?
And he just shows up to like the Avenger meetings in like a bowler hat, like a fedora. He's just
Hey, I'm wearing the spangled yellow poncho.
I like how he's old, but yeah.
Do you think? Well, I guess Iron Man listens to Sabbath.
Sabbath,
yeah, he claims to.
And AC/DC, a lot of AC/DC. Brian Johnson era, weirdly.
Okay.
Remember Iron Man 2? That was basically him listening.
They'd have
to
you
AC/DC.
believe Thor listens to Led Zeppelin, but I don't believe it.
Yeah.
He's just listening to like harps and shit.
Yeah. Guardians is all
Oops.
70s rock.
Yeah, they have that forced on them. That's like the Guardians of the Galaxy are like the high school kids that like are like not like other teens and are into classic music like the Beatles.
Yeah.
And are really annoying about it. Guardians of the Galaxies definitely have fedoras on and like checkered ties on a t-shirt. They suck. Who's cool though?
Spider-Man's listening to the Ramones, supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is how you know it's all like Gen X and millennials writing these movies.
Spider-Man, he only listens to good shit, like the Ramones.
Yeah, Peter Parker would be listening to like the Minecraft soundtrack.
This is MCU, by the way, not like all of Marvel movies. Because Andrew Garfield's listening to Die with 2 eyes.
Grim times.
Yeah, it's a very grim time. That and that fucking like the Lumineers song that he like skates to, and like Spider-Man 2. I forget. It's just some folk punk.
Yeah, Coachella Rock Spider-Man of Andrew Garfield was not doing that character any favors.
No. I remember that Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 1, and he does a skateboard montage to it, and you're like, no one does this.
Viewer questions! This is the part of the video where we answer questions left on last week's YouTube comments section. Leading off, we got Glory Good, who says, some turntables have removable head shells. How important is that in a quality turntable? And we'll put a picture of the head shell up here. Basically, this is like your DJ style turntable where you screw off a little thing, it pops off, and you can pop a different one on, yada yada. I do like those as a person who deals with used turntables because that's a lot easier to fix or swap out or test or whatever. In terms of turntables that I keep on the personal, I kind of lean towards the more low-end audiophile, I call them, turntable, where they're stuck in one place, whatever the opposite of the removable headstock is. So the headstock attaches the cartridge and stylus. Headstock attaches a cartridge attaches a stylus. When they're a removable unit, you can attach them, reattach them. And that can be as high quality or as low quality as one of those can be. I don't think it's the number one determinant of a quality of a turntable. I think a little bit of it is personal choice. The main thing you have to do is be able to pluck off the stylus and replace that. That's important. Swapping out the cartridge and all that, I don't know. I guess it all depends on your taste. But like I said, that's the removable headstock. That's like crucial if you're doing like, your DJ style and scratch. And Dylan, you're a turntablist, right?
Yeah.
You scratch?
I scratch every day.
And so it's removable headstock.
Yeah.
All day long.
I think so.
There you go. So if you're a turntablist, you're beat matching. It's important. But I think for just regular home use, I go with the standard issue. But again, this is not the sole determinant by any means. Anyways, if you have any questions you would like to see answered in next week's video, leave your question or comment in the YouTube comment section. We'll address them next week. Thanks for watching, everyone. Peace. They get nuts.